Hey, you, friends, family, and strangers. We're here at the very last morning at my luxury house-style hotel. It's been fun, but it's been pricey. That's right, this is the last morning. I gotta gather up all my crap, including some food items, and get the HE double hockey pucks out of here. That's right. So where do I go next? Well, I have work tonight. Then tomorrow I'm off work, but I gotta be at my house as much as possible tomorrow to get everything, the very last bit of everything out of there. Then, friends, then the following day should be my closing on that property. It was supposed to be my closing on both properties, but now we're not sure if I can even buy my new house. You win some, you blow some. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? It is very possible that on paper I could be homeless in 2 days from now. Then what happens? That's that day. Then the following day I gotta go back to work. Then I have the next 2 days off work after that, which I'll be potentially homeless those 2 days, not knowing which way is up and stuff. And then it's back to work on the following day. That's like the next 6 days mapped out right in front of your face. So I got to thinking, you know, I don't really want to fuck with these last days of cold weather and crap like that. And where the fuck am I going to sleep and connect to the internet every day? It's not that I can't go do like homeless hustle items, like pop in at the library, do a video for you and all that stuff throughout the day in my homeless man clothes, in my homeless man car, while trying to lock down another new permanent address. I can do all that. But do I want to F with it right now? In the middle of getting my house sold and then not sure if I'm locking down the next permanent address and all that stuff. Do I want to F with homelessness at this particular moment? Well, since I'm in my thinking chair, doing my thinking poop, I decided to go ahead and return to the Roach Coach Motel. Do you remember? The cheapest room I could find, I went ahead and put 6 nights on it, starting later today. So, here's what I'll do, friends. I'll get my crap together out of here. I'll probably go back out to the house to kill some time, because I can't check into the Roach Coach Motel until about 1 or 2 o'clock, and then I gotta work and whatnot. But the following day is a full, uninterrupted day of moving out of that house. I don't care what chaos goes on with my realtor and all that stuff. I'm just gonna, whatever, screw it. I hope tomorrow's not hijacked by paperwork and stuff concerning the purchase of this new home. Basically, as I said yesterday, what we're trying to pull off now is seller financing for me. But if not, like I said, your boy on paper could end up homeless as shit. But at least for the next 6 days, I'll have a warm room, a depressing one, a roof over my head, and who knows, maybe I'll have a fun upstairs room this time and a nice friendly neighbor with giant boobs. You never know. You're a loser. The time has come. See a view of the town. I moved out of this room a little bit quicker than I thought I could, but it did take a long time, I guess, still. Half an hour. It shouldn't, right? Like, you should have everything ready to go. I guess when you're in a room like this, you get cozy, you put your crap out, and that's kind of the concept of your second house experience, which is what this place advertises. You should experience. I had food and stuff. I had fucking shower stuff. Yeah. One last look. I went ahead and did away with my soap, my trash, my towels, everything. Even flushed the toilet an extra time. Got all my crap out of the shower. I'm gonna miss this shower because it comes on real hot and it's very spacious. I love a step-in shower instead of a step-over shower. I am gonna miss the shower for sure. Although I will not miss this. Look at this. You can't take a poo here and enjoy conversation with your guest because the door is gonna be right in your freaking ball bag. So I hate that. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Boop. Goodbye fridge. I think I got everything out of here. I don't believe I've left anything behind except for my dignity. These drawers I noticed the other day have everything you need. But there's no cooktop. There's no range or whatever. Even my motel room had a little one-burner stove. But not this expensive ass place. I don't think I even looked in here. Luckily there's nothing down there, except it'd be kind of weird if there was. There is a dishwasher, which I did not use. I could have, I don't know how to open it, and that's fine, because I'm leaving them some dishes for me. Because I am a rude mofo. I'm gonna put all my keys right here. Here's the collection of keys I had, all 3 of them. One of them doesn't work anymore. Another one was reactivated, and I got a third one when I had to reactivate. I left my nice trash behind. You know, I don't need to take this with me. Nice pile of used towels, enough DNA in here to film an episode of Blue Bloods. So, yeah. This room, it was okay. It was pretty okay. I got cozy enough to add 2 more nights here. So what are you gonna do? However, it's important for you to know that I'm fucking over it. And what I would like to do now is mill about town. I might go back to the old house. I might not. I don't even know if I want to screw with it today because I have all day there tomorrow without any interruption from work. So I might go to like the car wash, the laundromat and stuff today, and then try to get an early check-in into my roach coach because we are back at the motel. The motel was kind of the way to go because I don't know if I'm going to be homeless or not here in 2 days. I need these next 6 days to go by and over with so I know what I'm dealing with afterwards. And in the meantime, the coming and going, I'd just rather have a warm place to hang my hat and kind of a home base, even though it is a very temporary home base. And then after that, I'll figure out what I need to do to try to get an address again, which is the entire purpose of me calling my realtor and starting this journey. 3 weeks ago? It went by real quick. It's like hurry up and wait though, because in the day to day it can be really long, frustrating, especially like last night when I was hoping to get a text from saying that the seller of the new place would accept seller financing. That didn't happen. Hopefully that text comes in today, but if it doesn't and the deal doesn't work out, then at least I will still be in the motel for a couple more days at that point and can kind of figure out how to become legitimate on paper. If it wasn't for my food that I had in the fridge and like the squatty potty stool, everything else pretty much fits right here. And as you already know from the full demo video, it all hooks together, baby. Perfect, easy in and out of hotel lifestyle. Love it. And they come apart and stack up in my car just like that. And that was the Home 2 Suites by Hilton. As fun as it was to give my hard-earned money to Paris Hilton and her dad for the last 6 days, 5 days, let's go ahead and get the fuck out of here. It is a sad reality that Odd Lots, Big Lots, whatever, are closed up now. The store is empty. I don't know if you can tell from the glare on the window, but the store is empty. Odd Lots went from like a Walmart on crack to a furniture store. Then they tried to be an upscale furniture store, but I don't think it worked. They caved under the pressure, so I cannot go in and enjoy shopping at Big Lots. They are closed. I believe all of them now are closed. Not that it matters. I don't have a house to put new furniture in anyways. I am fast approaching homelessness. At least that's what I'm preparing for, because I'm not hearing otherwise so far. I really want to go apartment hunting.
I may take your order, please.
Yes, I'll have a large Diet Coke, and that'll be all.
Your total's $3.52. The first one, please. Thank you.
Almost $4 for a large soda at Wendy's. I really want to go apartment hunting and figure out how rejected I'll be when it comes to getting an apartment. I really want to get on my 401k and try to come up with the funds needed to buy this new place. What I won't have from the sale of my place, I need to cover the extra amount if they don't do the financing. There's just a lot I want to do online, a lot of things I want to figure out. I also want to search for cheaper land in and around the area. That might be a better option for me given my lack of funds that I now have. And but I don't know which one to do yet, because we're just waiting to hear back from this person and that person, this mofo and that mofo. But when I do know what to do, when I do know what to attempt, it'll be nice to have my cushy little depressing motel room with my Wi-Fi. Last time I was there, the freaking shower wouldn't even get warm. But it's affordable. It is a place where you do what they call in the industry hunkering down in a pinch. The only reason I pulled into this Wendy's was to break a 20, because I'm highly considering a little breakfast and I want to leave a proper tip. Isn't that sad that I use that as an excuse to drink a soda? Total waste of money. Total waste of my good health. You know you're about to go hungry when they ain't nothing on the menu. Sad. Sitting here kind of laughing, thinking, what if the buyer of my old place, quote unquote, did their last walkthrough and changed their mind? And I started laughing at that thought, because at this point, I would not be surprised. I would go back to my house, set up camp, make another mortgage payment, and get back to normal. And obviously, I did big steps to break away from the normal to do something far bigger and better in the long run. The hiccup, the speed bump that I hit doing that yesterday has made me want to go back to normal and not think about this last few weeks. And I wonder if this person tailgating me as closely as possible, ramping up to speed up as quick as he can just to hit the brakes to tailgate me, I wonder if that gives that person a good feeling inside. Just so happened to be passing by these apartments, and I thought, couldn't help it. Turned around, whipped in here. I think I'll try to take a tour through one, and I'm going to ask them if where I work gets me in, or if I pay the full amount up front, will that get me in? I'm just tired, guys. I'm just fucking tired. I'm tired of packing up my stuff every 3 days and being homeless for 4 hours until I wait for my next check-in. But regardless of the next step I try to take, I'm gonna need to be on paper somewhere. That's just all there is to it. I did nothing but think about it at work last night, the entire night. There's no other way around it. Well, I was hoping to take a quote-unquote self-guided tour so I could show you everything. But when you have one of those damn lease managers up your ass, they don't want you making a show out of them. Guys, that apartment was very fucking nice. My problem is, as you saw, I broke the shit out of my lease like 2 months ago. And I said, hey, straight up now, tell me, can I get the entire lease amount paid up front? And will that get me in? I said, can I just pay the whole thing up front and get in that way? And she said, yeah, we've had people do that. She said, you'll have to apply. If that address even shows up, since you were there for such a little bit amount of time, and you've just basically kept all of my information, my documents, whatever, my house address is on them. I don't know if me renting that place for that quick amount of time put that new address out there into the world already. I don't know. I just don't know, friends. Hopefully not. Hopefully they know nothing about it. And I asked her straight up, I was like, I'm going to be fully transparent with you. I did this. I'm not even going to indicate that on my application when I apply. My previous address is going to be what my previous address was. And that was my house, because I never left my house that whole time. But attached to me in my life, my name, number possibly, is this stupid broken lease now because of this bonehead experience, this last apartment. And she said, friends, that may never show up. If it does, we may ask you to get a guarantor, which I highly doubt is going to happen. And she said, and I said, well, like I said, if I indicate to you at that point that I can pay the whole thing up front, she said all I would do at that point is submit it to my manager, and that should work out. Interesting. Would love to live there. Very snazzy place, pretty big on the inside, just cozy enough. I would have my office and the spare bedroom. I'd have my loved-in room with a bathroom off to the side of that. And the price is fair compared to what I thought it was going to be for a brand new apartment in this fucking town. The price is fair, except for, I don't know, there's kind of some shady shit, man. Like, your internet's included, but it's like spikes your rent up another $80. What are you talking about? Let me get my internet, motherfucker. What if I want a cheaper package, you bitch? Just kidding. I was just trying to be funny. I wasn't really mad about that. So, I think I'm going to apply. There's another apartment I want to check out because of where it's located and what it's located next to, which is sad. I'm laughing because, like, it's right by Walmart, and I'm such a fucking hillbilly redneck. My fantasy is I can leave my place and walk down to Walmart every day. I'll never have time for that, so it's not going to matter. And this place is kind of a walk to Walmart as well, but a little longer walk. Who the hell knows? I think I'm going to go ahead and apply, though, unless I love the other place much more. There is also another place that is much closer to work, all things considered, that I will probably stop in on those mofos as well and just see what we can kick up, see what kind of dust we can kick up. She told me that if they've already rented your old apartment out, you probably only owe them for like a month anyway. I think I'd rather just pay my year up front and then pay them off after, because that'll give me like, she suggested a 15-month lease. So that's 15 months in the clear. So this time off work in January, or time off work in June, will be in the clear as well. Give or take a few utilities not being able to be paid. You get me? You get me, right? So I'm going to look at 2 more places for sure. Potentially apply at all of them. The one that I get the best vibe from is the winner. However, if the seller financing comes through on my new purchase, basically, if I'm already good to go on one of these nice apartments and everything seems fair price-wise and blah, 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 and I think it'll be a good pause for a year for me, I'll be very tempted today to say screw the new house anyways. Very tempted. But if I can't get that stuff worked out and I can get seller financing and everything worked out beforehand, I'll go that route, I think. I'm not going to risk losing that house just to see if I can get a nice apartment. What if I agree to the new house, get a nice apartment, and then bail out on the new house? Because the seller has nothing to lose. Worst case scenario, they make a month's rent out of me. A month's worth of payments out of me. I don't know. That's my problem. It's not that I don't know what I want. It's just that I have options, and I don't know how many options. I just know what all the potential options could be, and I'm not sure exactly which one I'm going to choose when it gets down to it. So it depends on what options are about to be available, and then after that, I'll know exactly from which ones I can pick. So that'll be a whole new level of stress. All right, enough dicking around, window shopping for apartments. Time to do some laundry and get my ass, hopefully, where I can get all my laundry done and dried before I need to check in to the motel. And then I got to get my ass to work from there. Isn't that exciting? My friend at work bullied me into trying Jimmy John's. I'm glad he did. As you know, I am against renting. I am against a mortgage payment. That's why I was fully willing to move onto a property that is a total blower upper, dump, subfloor missing, structural problems, not even hooked up to utilities of any kind, in order to get the mortgage-free, fresh start financially, to move forward, to remodel according to your budget's leisure, to instantly have extra money, to do whatever the fuck you want. So that would have been perfect. But if I'm going to do seller financing, and the plan has changed and I got to do seller financing, if I'm paying money to live somewhere, I don't want to pay money to live somewhere that's a total freaking dump. I guess it just kind of doesn't become worth it. I don't know. I have days where I am hardline against anything other than the cheapest, freest option, no matter how hard it is to struggle day to day. Then I wake up in the morning often, and my mind is different. I live inside of 2 people. Some call that bipolar disorder. I call it just having both options ready, and you enjoy both equally. And you know, if you're a freelance mofo, dick slinging all over town, no kid having motherfucker with endless opportunities so far, still kind of a little bit, you're like, I can juggle either option and be okay. So it's hard. If someone made this easy, they would just be like, all right, you now have just one option. Then I'd go, okay, I'll make the best of my one option. Speaking of options, hot Italian, not bad. Not bad for the 85th Street delicatessen, you know what I'm saying? So, yes, I am against paying the motherfucking rent. I am against paying anything monthly to live somewhere. Unless you got to pay monthly to not only live somewhere, but fix it up. That was my problem with my house. I was paying all this money to live in a place I couldn't have access to utilities. With the apartment, I pay out the ass, but I have everything I need. It's that simple. The only reason I left the old apartment, as you know, is because I could tap into this other opportunity. That opportunity seems to have shifted on you, boy. And I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, all things considered, I'm just so fucking over it. At this particular moment in time, and it does change by the hour, at this particular moment in time, if the seller does allow seller financing, I'll move forward with that. However, probably what will happen, if and when I can get into an apartment that I am happy in, that takes care of my needs, gives me another new fresh start where I can actually wash my ass in the morning instead of going to the gym to take a shower. Because I think I can swing either one. You got to ask yourself, is it really that big of a setback given your ability to bounce back and to reinvent and to make new and better opportunities in the little tiny windows of opportunity that most people don't even see? I don't know. A regular person, I guess, not to sound fucking full of myself, but I'm just trying to be honest. A person who's not thinking about the stuff that I have coming up and my goals, I would just say, you got to go for one of two things. You want to be financially clear right now, or you want to have your amenities and go that route. Me, I'm like this whole third category, I think, unless I'm just justifying it in my head in order to sleep at night. I'm somebody who wants the amenities now because I'm going to still be free and clear financially soon-ish instead of tomorrow. And I was going for the free and clear tomorrow, as you know. But that doesn't seem to be able to going to be happening anymore. So it's like, okay, so you're not going to walk with like 50K, but you can walk with 25K and then have a house payment. Or you can walk with 25K and pay a year up front on an apartment that you don't have to fix, because that house, ain't nobody but me would buy that place anyway. So I'm just trying to get you to like me, guys. I know I'm just trying to get you to like me. There's just too much up and down right now. I know it. I get it. I'm sorry. Your life is in turmoil. You've had to change schools. You've had to make new friends in every new city you go to. We're just trying to we're trying to fix that. Me and Mom's working on it. Okay, guys. Your boy. Let's see. In 2 days, will be officially homeless. I will not exist on paper at an address. I will just use my old address whenever I need to, and hopefully I can get by on that for as long as I need to. I will try to get an apartment with my walk-in money from the house, which is not nearly as much as we thought. Obviously, that's why I lost my new house. The reason I say that is because I just received a text from the VO'd realtor that the new house is not only a blower-upper, but the deal has blown up. They are not interested in letting me do seller finance.
It's a vulnerable spot. I think I'll be able to swing this apartment deal more than I thought. It might take some looking around, might take the right place. I don't know. I just don't know. Worst case scenario, very worst case scenario, I guess. I called the DMV and asked them, I have no ability to live anywhere. So what may I do? They're going to say, go to the homeless shelter, get an address. The homeless shelter is going to say, you can't have an address here because you work. You should just get an apartment. And I'm going to explain to them that I can't get an apartment because I'm not allowed to get an apartment because I broke a lease. And shit. They're going to say, can you get a cosigner? Can you do this and that? And if that doesn't work and I can't get a cosigner and I'm not allowed to pay for the full year up front or don't have the money to or whatever, if I don't quite have the last extra buck to pay the full year up front, whatever the case, see, if you haven't noticed, I plan for the worst case scenario every time. I just automatically jump to the next one announcement, followed immediately by planning for the reaction of that announcement, the outcome of that announcement, but in the worst case scenario form because I want to cover my bases. If I'm not able to get a place and I'm not able to get a license because I can't get a physical address, then looks like your boy is walking to the store, buying some overhauls, and walking to work in the wintertime and living right here at this laundromat up against the wall underneath that dryer vent. So hopefully when someone uses it, the warm air comes down and melts me in the winter. I hate to say it, but the declining seller finance feels like a relief. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's a sign I wasn't ready for this plan. I think there's a 50-50 shot I can get an apartment. We'll see. Worst case scenario, like I said, I'll hoof it on the streets and avoid lodging as a way to save more money, to get the proper thing paid off, to get the proper high marks attached to my name, and then we'll go from there. Get us a cushy little apartment, or a nice one like the one I looked at today, because that was fucking nice and it's all one level and beautiful. No fucking stairs to dick around with. Man, balcony. Great place to take your mom and bend her over the couch and blow that back out. Guys, my clothes feel pretty dry. Well, the glass feels pretty hot, and I'm pretty sure they're dry. But I got like 20 minutes on each one of these, on both of these. So, just in case, might as well leave them in there, leave them cooking. Kind of like me at the motel, which I now have, the new motel, for 6 nights. Bought myself a little more time. And the reason why that's similar is because I'm hoping I won't need it for all 6 nights. But just in case, went ahead and dropped that extra quarter anyways. Last time I was here, the clock was in perfect, accurate working order. And just 2 weeks later, the clock is stopped, frozen in time. Before I leave the wheeled laundromat, look at what I found. The world's most decorated car. I almost said bumper, but these stickers are all over the place, not just the bumper. One of them says, "Are you sure you're not going to let me merge?" Nice, got my laundry dried. I was doing the math in my old brainstem here, thinking about it. Guys, did you know that brand new swanky apartment I looked at, which is only like a year old, they just built it a year ago. Fucking top notch. It has a floor and everything, unlike my new house would have in most rooms. That place is going to run me, that brand new apartment, if I can get it, if I do get it, is going to run me $20 less a day than this motel that I'm going to right now. But, and that's even with the interweb included. So the interweb's included with the rent for some reason at this new apartment. Guys. And I get washer and dryer already built into the shit. Come on, guys. In a private balcony, guys. Come on, guys. When I paid for my room, I had to show my ID, and when I got it back, I was looking at it, because I haven't seen it before, and it doesn't expire for another 2 years, so that was a huge relief. I can do whatever the fuck I want, because I do have an address on paper for 2 more years. It's always good to go ahead and splurge for the extra couple year package when you go to renew your ID, because you never know when you're going to lose your house. Do you remember the asshole in the red car that kept blocking me in every morning? Well, guess what? I'm nowhere near him this time. He can block someone else in for a change, fucker. Huh. Look, 2 beds for the price of even cheaper than the room I was in last time. The room I was in last time when I was here was 1 bed with a kitchenette, but overall the room itself was smaller than this room. Like, way smaller. Compared to that room last time, this room is huge. And I don't know why I have 2 beds. I asked for a double, but I thought I meant like full size. I don't know. I said the wrong thing, I guess. I thought I was saying 1 full size bed, but screw it. I get a big room now for a little bit cheaper than last time. It's the same price as last time, but what I'm trying to say is the room that they gave me was an upgrade because my room wasn't available. So I got a more expensive room for the same price as this one. So that tiny little depressing kitchenette room would have been more than this room. And this room is bigger. And I don't know. So like the kitchenette's nice because you want a full-size fridge, but really you don't need it. I mean, I have all this space to do whatever. I don't have a little table to sit and eat at, but I do, actually. So the other place had a desk with no power outlets around it, just like this one. And I can just use it from where I eat as well, because even in the mega fancy hotel I was just at, I ate at my desk anyways while making videos. So, and you still get a Frigidaire. Whoa, this one's actually plugged in this time. I don't have to plug this one in. And you get a microwave. I mean, come on. Look at this. All this extra space. Look at this. Sexy. A little bit dirty, but whatever. The true test will be, do you remember the bathroom last time I was here? The toilet was not attached to the floor, literally. And there was no way to turn on hot water. So if you can do that in this room, then I would say we struck pay dirt, boys. And look, they even supply trash bags when you need them. That's nice of them. Sheesh. I can't believe how much crap fits in one little sedan. All this crap was in my car. All of it. All of it. It's like a freaking traveling circus around this bitch. But now it is time for the toilet test. Is this one, unlike last time, actually attached to the floor? Or when I shift over just a hair to reach behind myself and wipe my ass, will the entire toilet, like last time, move off of the floor and lean completely with me? Oh, damn, that's a squat. You don't even need a stool. That's way low. Whoa. She does feel attached. Now, the shower test. Can the water temperature be adjusted in this room compared to my last one when I was here? Just 5 days ago.
Here we go. Now, let's go all the way for hot. Woo-hoo! Nice hot water. Water's a little brown, but that's alright. Maybe that's just the dirt coming off my hand. Now, switch it around to cold. Ooh, it's getting cold. No, it's not. It's just staying hot. That's supposed to be all the way hot. Very weird. This shower literally doesn't adjust to hot and cold. The last one was cold only. This one is hot only. I swear I'm not making that up. Have you ever seen anything more gorgeous in your entire life? I already know the answer to that, but go ahead. The answer is fucking no, you haven't. Trying to take a dump in this little tiny toilet, but at least it's attached to the floor. But listen to how loud this fan is. Just a second ago, it was going like me trying to gnaw on some panties, trying to make something happen after date night, baby. Here it goes. Date night's in full effect, boys. No, there is no better place to check your messages, make life decisions, and drink a cup of coffee than on the shitter. I am so relieved that this toilet is actually attached to the floor. What I'm doing right now is like leaning up here, my elbow on the wall, talking to you while pooing. This whole toilet would have went, and I would have had to like rebalance and hang on last time I was at this particular facility. I'm starting to calm down a little bit as far as feeling left out in the cold like a starving puppy in the rain. I don't know why. I still don't exist on paper, but I kind of do now that I have clearly seen, and I don't have to wonder how long until my license expires and you go to renew and they say, where do you currently live? And I go, nowhere. I live in a fucking van at the public parking spot, but I stay at a hotel whenever I have the money to. And they go, yeah, that's not going to work. So where do you fucking live? And I go, oh, we'll just put in the address of the post office. And they go, yeah, that's not going to work either in real life. And then I go, well, I don't live anywhere. And they go, well, can you just use my old address? And they go, well, because you're renewing, you have to bring in proof that you fucking live there. But I think you can just renew online, right, nowadays, and they just use your old-ass picture for whatever reason, and they no longer check your vision while you're there because you just renew online these days for some stupid reason. But where do they send your new ID? To the address you have on file. And did you know that if I went to my old house and looked through their mailbox, I would end up in a pair of steel bracelets? Probably. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is it's not a good look, not a fresh look. Okay? My new landlord potentially does not want to rent to felons or misdemeanorins or whatever. You got me? And what else? So the moms came through. I don't know what your moms be saying, but my moms be saying, you know, if you need to, just go ahead and pretend you live here and fucking throw the old address on your shit. But I got a good feeling. I got a good feeling about shifting back into the bougie mindset, getting this apartment, and I'm relieved because when I talked to the chick and we did the numbers, not only can I most likely buy the whole year up front on the apartment, but the day-to-day rent over the months, not as bad as I thought. My first reaction was, that's very fair compared to what I thought you were going to say. So we'll see. If anything, it'll be just like when I get these rooms, it buys me more time. So I'll go sign another fucking 15-month lease if they'll let me. Probably not, because I'm a delinquent when it comes to the apartment world, because I just broke a lease 2 months ago. I told her, she said, there's probably a workaround. Money talks. Your reputation walks, buddy. So we'll see. Stick around, because something cool might happen.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Jacob Brown. I'm supervisor in the marketplace. How are you?
You're a supervisor in the marketplace. Okay, I'm good. How are you, Jim?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm not Jim, ma'am. My name is Jacob.
Your name's Jim, you said?
No, I said Jacob. Jacob.
Jacob. Okay, gotcha.
I hope you can pronounce it. Well, the reason why I call you, I can see in my system you already got insurance through the marketplace and you never received the updated benefits report program in the mail. Am I right?
I'm going to ask you a question that'll probably make you hang up. Under what name in your system?
Yeah, definitely. I will let you know because this.
How about you let me know now, since you claim to have me in your system?
Yeah, it's Douglas. Listen to me. I'm telling you now.
How about you go ahead and tell me what name you have for me in your system?
Am I telling you the name or not? I'm telling you, okay?
Still waiting to hear what name you have for me in the system there.
It's Douglas.
What's that?
Tougles.
Topless? Topless, you said?
Okay, so your dad gave you the name of Topless.
You said you said you want to fuck me in the ass? Is that what you said? I mean,
no, I don't like this.
I don't swing that way, but I have been living in a motel lately, so maybe we can work out a deal.
I can't do that. You have to go to find someone else who can do that for you,
okay, sweetie. Sounds good. Well, my name... Oh, shit, he hung up! All right. Enough dicking around. I gotta go to work. And just like that, my friends, through the power of movie magic, it's still broad daylight. I tricked you. The closer I get to work, the more overwhelmed I become with fatigue. I am moments away from falling asleep at the wheel and wrapping this car around a fucking oak tree. That's not a good sign, is it? I don't know what your mama be saying, but what my mama be saying, since I broke my lease like 2 months ago, I might not even be on the books as a lease breaker yet. If you go and break the law, be sure you do some more shit before your record develops. You know what I mean? Before that rap sheet makes it from a computer onto print. You know what I mean? And just like that, you creepy motherfuckers, through the power of movie magic, darkness has fallen upon the land. Not only did the sun go down, but the temperature went down. Here we are in the very first days of spring according to the calendar, but according to the weather, it's actually that little tiny season each year where it is spring during the day, but winter at night. Brr. It's time to get back to the wee old motel, have a hot, delicious ramen noodle dinner, and, apply for an apartment. Luckily, I got behind a man or gal driving 30 in a 55 for the last several miles. And then randomly slows down to 25, I noticed. So that's been fun. Finally had a nice legal opportunity to pass that mofo. And as I passed, I said out loud these words, and I quote, "Just so you know, you're an asshole," unquote. I don't believe the driver heard me, but it felt damn good to say it. You know what that means, Big Daddy. We are getting down to the wire. Look at the piddly little amount of ducks we have left.
hamburger duck. We have a swirl duck out of its package. That's a bummer because I like keeping them in their pods, but this is one I don't have yet. What's fair is fair. You get to come home with Daddy. Well, done had me some instant microwave pasta and one of these. Made it about 70% through before I got stuffed. For motel cuisine, that's pretty badass. I've been dreaming all day of chillaxing in what hopefully becomes my new crib. A lot of reasons why this apartment option will help me out despite my intense hatred for giving money to a landlord. A lot of reasons why this apartment option is better than my previous apartment. I tell you what, if you're going to lose your house and live in an apartment, there's a lot of reasons why this one is going to be for the better compared to the last one. The one you saw me get evicted from. You know, I broke that lease via email. That couldn't have been, what, 40, 50 days ago? Maybe I'll get super lucky and it won't even come back to bite me in the ass yet. You know? I don't know. Maybe they rented it out already, and according to what could be my new landlord, lease manager lady, who's got giant knobs, she said, if you don't owe anything or don't owe much, it may not even show up in your bad boy report. So, oh well, who cares? I guess I should just show you what's happening instead of talking about what could happen and why I'm so stressed out all the time. Today at work I was thinking maybe I should never voice my concerns. You know, I go through this process where, like I said earlier, at one time I done tell you that, you know, I will try to figure out what every possible outcome could be, plan for all of them simultaneously, but worry and stress over the worst case scenario the most. And I just do that with everything. And as soon as you tell me, boom, then I can shift immediately to other options that were available. And when I was told today that the seller declined to do seller financing, I felt this immediate weight off my shoulders. Is it because there's something in me that didn't want the property, or is it just because there's one less option for me to think about? You know what I mean? Which is relieving, I should say. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's why I felt a weight off my shoulders. But I tell you what does weigh heavily on my heart is the fact that this whole video is wrapping up. That's right. Jaboy is done for today. Sorry, but we got to go to bed sometime. We can't stay up all night and party. I'm about to fill out an application for... Actually, I'm going to take that back. I have to check my email to make sure, to see if my potential new landlord lady, lease manager lady, has emailed me back regarding how we specifically indicate in my application the particular apartment that we talked about. It's not available for a few more weeks. If I could get in and was good to go, even if I had to wait 3 months, I would say, yes, let's do it. Lock me in. As long as I am in and approved, I would roll with that. That is how much I believe I will enjoy shifting gears and doing this new option. That's all. But you know what? Last time I applied for a joint, in about 25 hours, I went from submitting the application to having keys in my hand in about 25 hours. 25.4321 hours. So, I'm looking at some thumbnails right now. They're my screensaver on my computer. Do you remember when I made a whole video about how I added 2 more nights at the luxury style hotel? Or when I said I'm accepting housewife applications? Just a random video. I don't even remember what I said. I think that was way before I ever called this landlord and said, hey, ruin my life, you know, or make it better. Some of these are just pictures on here, like my old backyard that I'm about to lose access to forever. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Do you remember the 3 roadside oddities of Dublin, Ohio that you didn't know existed? Got a lot of pats on the back for that video. Anyways, it is time, my friends, to piss on this fire, pack up this camp, and head back to the motel. You've been awesome, and I've been your host, founder, CEO, chief engineer of Duggalo Nation, Doug Crabtree. That's right. A lot of people don't give their actual name before public, but fuck you and fuck it is what I say. It's my name. They didn't like it's a... I don't know why it has to be a secret. If you fuck with me, I just have my bank look into it, and they give me the money back. And if they see that I'm the one doing the fuckery, then I would find out about it in a bad way. You know? So fuck it. Right? What else? We gonna knock on my door? Try to put your wiener in my butt? Dude, I would greet you with a Louisville Slugger right to the freaking nose, dude. Anyways, friends, esteemed colleagues of mine, you know, if you want to help me out, you can by spreading the wings, spreading the lips open, and spreading this video with all your dumb buddies, or perhaps go back and find a video that doesn't eat a pig's rectum on a beautiful Sunday morning. Maybe you share that video too. Or instead, be like, hey, this guy, he kind of took his real life situation and made daily content out of it. Right? Those episodes are not that hard to write because I'm living it, you know. And, you know, if you want to contact me directly, then fucking do it. Just email duggalonation@gmail.com. My friends, do not be sad, because I will be back with you again, right here, 7 days a week, every single morning at 7 a.m. Eastern. But until then, in the meantime, please don't be a douche.